Okay, let us pray. Father in heaven, we are grateful to you. We are thankful. We are so grateful. We are not taking your message for granted. From last Sunday till today, you have kept us throughout the week. We went out, we came in, we went on the road, we drove, we walked. Some of us flew, but in all, you kept us and you preserved our lives. We are so thankful. We are so grateful. We have come again today. We ask, oh God, that you keep us. Let today's episode be a one of its kind, that at the end of it, we will glorify your name. Thank you, blessed Redeemer. For in Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Yes, good evening, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. I hope you can still hear me. Who is on the line? Okay, 3 of us. Okay. If you can hear me, please, can you type 1 on the chat? Can you type 1? Okay, thank you. Mrs. Ujoguba, we are welcome. Happy birthday once again. Yes, today, my name is Dr.Favour, Afoma, and by God's grace, I have a PhD in guidance and counseling with psychology from the University of Lagos. That was 14 years ago. I was called to the Ministry of Health and Wellness in 2017, and in 2018, the Lord gave us Unkufu Challenge, which we began in 2018. We will do it next month. We did it last month. We did it in January. We did it in March, and we'll do it in May. What do we do there? We go without eating anything cooked in fire, by fire, through fire. We do it to detoxify our system, allow our organs to rest, and then make sure that we remove toxins from our system. Then in 2019, the Lord told me to start this program named Great Life with Dr. Afoma. Great Life with Dr. Afoma. It began on the 22nd day of September 2019, and it has run throughout the years. Today is our episode 285. And for 285 times, we have been doing this. So I sincerely welcome you. I thank you for your time. I thank you for your commitment. I'm not taking it for granted. God bless you, and you are welcome. Tonight, we are still continuing, because as much as I try to go to do something else, the Lord will tell me, just pay attention to this. It will liberate a lot of people. And it will, because when a human being is changed, so many things can change around that person. Until something changes in you, inside of you, nothing will change around you. So we are still looking at, what does self-sabotage look like? We talked about resistance. We talked about hitting your upper limit. We talked about uprooting, perfectionism, limited emotional processing skills, justification, disorganization, attachment to what you don't really want, judging others, pride. We talked about pride last week. And today we are going to talk on guilt of succeeding, and fear of failing. These are the two we will talk about today, because they are not too elaborate, so we can compress them into an episode. So if you are joining me for the first time, my name is Afoma, and by God's grace, I have a PhD in guidance and counseling with psychology from the University of Lagos. And the Lord called me to this ministry in the year 2017. So tonight, we are going on guilt of succeeding. Guilt, you know what it means, that feeling guilty. Guilt of succeeding. It is what self-sabotage looks like. Now, in a world of so much pain, in a world, in the universe now, in a world of so much pain, horror and misfortune. Who are we to have happy, abundant lives? You know, when I tell people I live great life, people will be talking. They will look at circumstances around me and their own will be, she's just making mouth. I want to tell us, I live a great life. I am telling you honestly, I live a great life. I live life on my own terms, not on anybody's terms. I tell you the truth. I live life on my own terms. So, despite what is happening in the world, you as a person looking at me, you're supposed to live life on your own terms, not on what people think, not on what people feel, not on what people say. You know, so in a world of so much pain, you can't take away the pain. There is so much pain in the land, especially in Nigeria. I watched a video today. That video, I think it was in Gombe on Easter Monday, where Christians were doing a procession kind of, and this long lorry that carried cows, something like that, ran into them. He shot, you will hear this one, you hear this one, you hear this one, you hear this one. So when all those things happen, I feel so bad. But you know what I will do? I will say, Father, guard my heart. I will guard my heart. Because if you don't guard your heart at this stage, with what is happening in the political space in Nigeria, you see the maneuverings, you see the wickedness, you see the gang ups, you see the, hey, Jesus. You see, when I look at it, you know what I will just say? That these people doesn't know that there is God that rules in the affairs of men. And it is only God that says go or come. These people are playing God. So in the world full of all this chaos, it would be difficult for you to say that you are living happy, abundant lives. I don't mean you see the killings in Benue, you see the killings even in the Southeast, so much happening. I was just listening to something shortly before I put up this Zoom, that they are saying that all the people that have been dying, it didn't matter to our people, but to send a delegation to Pope that is 88 years, that they don't even know, the Pope that they didn't meet when he was alive, to bless them. You know, some people, when Pope blesses them, they are blessed. But I tell you the truth, whether Pope blesses you or not, once you know who you are in Christ Jesus, you are blessed. You are blessed. So in a world full of horror and misfortune, if you say you are living an abundant, happy life, people will be looking at you because you are feeling guilty of acknowledging that you are succeeding. Now, that's the thought process that so many people go through. One of the biggest mental barriers people face is the guilt that comes with finally having enough or more than one needs. One of the biggest mental barriers people face is the guilt that comes with finally having enough or more than one needs. Somebody like me, you know, I like to use myself as an example. I have been, as a child, let me start from my childhood. As a growing up child, we were never in lack of anything. I was just discussing with somebody. I said one of the things my dad didn't do, we were not chased out of school because of school fees. My father, though a civil servant, he pays our school fees as at when due. We were not sent out. So I usually, any child that is living with me, they can't tell me, tomorrow, school is starting tomorrow, 28th. I've paid the school fees of the boy living with me. I tell you the truth. Because these are, he may not understand, he may not appreciate, but these are the things my dad did for us. Now, when I got married, okay, I tell people, these children, they don't drink Horlicks. We drank Horlicks. We didn't drink Bonvita. There was no Bonvita then. What we had then was Ovaltine, and they come from outside Nigeria. I think they come from England. We didn't drink Peak Milk Nigeria. We drank Holland. My dad will buy it in carton, carton. Anytime I do this program, I will tell myself, do I tell stories too much? Somebody told me it is these stories that drive home this point. Don't just make it, that's what makes it unique about you. So we drank pig milk. It's 90, 30, 30, 30, the layers. We drink, we take tea, we take in the morning. But as people, we took holics. So when I got married, I went to a family and they are relatively okay also. So I have lived until a point in my life when there was a disruption in my marriage and I began to live in want. If I tell you I lived in want, I know what I'm telling you. Some people, when I tell them what I went through, they'll be saying, hey, oh. When I went homeless, a friend, she's in the US, she said, do you know that my house was even vacant at that time? That I even accommodated a woman and her children for 3 years, not to talk of you. But you see, God purposely didn't want me to come in contact with these people. Because if they had done, by now, somebody would be laying claim. If I did not give you accommodation, will you be saying what you're saying? Are we together? So God purposely arranged or designed or orchestrated things so that at this point in my life, I say things the way they are. I don't have to do my mouth like this when I'm talking about certain things so that somebody will not say, Shebi this, that. You see? So one of the biggest mental barriers people face is the guilt that comes when finally, God brought me out from that to a wealthy place. And I could tell you, it is easier, it is better to live in plenty and in abundance because you will have, don't worry, as we go ahead, I will share what comes to my mind at this point. So this can come from many different sources, but it ultimately boils down to feeling as though you don't deserve to have it. Don't you ever think that things have changed, that you don't deserve to have it? Maybe your children, you struggle to raise your children through school. Now they are doing well, they are giving you money. At a point, your mind will be telling you, I hope I'm not doing gra-gra. I hope, let me go back. Or you see a good clothes to wear. You say, no, let them not say. Let them not say. One of the things I told people when I got born again, I told them, I don't want to live like my God is a poor God. From the time I gave my life to Christ, I know the date, 1st of February, 1991. That was the day I officially gave my life to Christ. I said, I want to live a life where people will see me. They will see that God is a good God. Some people have their way of showing that they are born again. Either they don't do their hair, either they don't do earring. I'm not against anyone. Anything that is okay. But what I'm telling you is not about outward things people see. It's about fulfillment. Are you fulfilled as a person? Are you okay? Are you satisfied with what is happening? When God changes your situation to a better one, don't feel guilty that you don't deserve it. Now that I'm driving a brand new car, if you put the air condition, it comes on, no matter the heat in Lagos State. If you start the car answers you. I would not equate it with when I was jumping from one bus to the other. When I was in one network marketing company from Ikeja to Surulere, because of 10 naira, those of you in Lagos, Maryland, there were 2 filling stations in Maryland then, but they brought them down. Because our bus conductor didn't give Aboro, Aboro people now, 10 naira. He opened our boot and all the supplements I had I packed, just splashed on the road. God that saved me was that no vehicle was coming because they could have run over all those. You know what? I just sat down in the bus like that. I looked back because I was sitting at the back to make sure that my goods are safe. Somebody said, you see this woman, you have scattered this woman's drug. They call it drugs. I just kept quiet. You know what I said at that point? The conductor went to pick those things. I said, Father, this will show you that I need a car. If I have my car, I won't have this kind of stress and embarrassment. I tell you the truth. Now, when eventually God helped me and I got a car, the mindsets, the mental barrier of many people will be, I don't want them to say, I am doing big man, I am doing big woman. No, it's self-sabotaging behavior. This feeling often comes up when we start to earn more money or have nicer things. You see, I began to have nicer things because the car I won in network marketing was a brand new car. At that point, they gave us option. You carry goods, yeah, you carry the products, or they give you car. Because of the desperation, the car wasn't coming. People were telling me, let's go to Cotonou and buy Tokumbo and use it to buy product. But I told myself, I want a breath of fresh air. I've struggled. For 11 years in Lagos State, I did not drive any car. Afoma is somebody, 2 years, the husband changes car for her. But somehow, suddenly it stopped. You see why I am in a better position to tell people certain things about marriage is because I have been there. You see somebody, the husband does everything. It's just because, let's go to the particular church, there will be problem. Or he will be peeping at the husband's phone, choking the man's phone. You know, when I tell people, if you value yourself, there are things you don't do. There are things you don't do. Now, when God helps you and those situations change, don't feel guilty because we are beginning to have nice things. I am making this presentation now with a MacBook Apple product laptop. Before, I used to have my phone, my Infinix phone. But now I have the option of doing it with a MacBook Air. I won't now say, no, I don't want to use MacBook. I don't want to, let me go back to my phone. I'm not saying that phone is not good. I started with phone. So anytime God changes your situation, don't feel guilty of succeeding. Let them not say you wear rags so that people will not say you are doing this or that. No, that is a self-sabotaging behavior. If you are getting value from what I'm sharing with us, please type 222 on the chat. And if you are joining us for the first time, this is Great Life with Dr. Afoma, and it airs every Sunday evening, 8 p.m. Nigerian time. And Great Life is a program of Healthy Race Ministry International, and that's the ministry God gave Dr. Afoma in the year 2017. In 2018, he gave us Uncle Food Challenge. And in 2019, this program started. If God blesses you, that God elevates you from wearing China shoes to Italian shoes, designers, wear it and don't feel guilty, please. Now, often people will sabotage their higher incomes with reckless discretionary spending or by being less vigilant about their clientele or workload because they are not quite comfortable having more than the basic necessities. And so they put themselves back into a comfortable feeling of lack. Let me explain this. Some people, when God changes their position, they are reckless. Every ashebi that comes. I don't know whether you saw what was happening or what happened over the weekend with one man they call Stephen Akintayo, one real estate man. He put up a mentorship program, and that mentorship program was $18,000, and they had to do it in Doha, Qatar. Come and see dragging on the internet. People drag this man. Some people went to pull out certain things from Google, say he's answering doctor, the school is not recognized. So the man came to say, where were you when we couldn't pay 800,000? My mother died. Where were you when we were living in uncompleted building? You know what I told him? I said, you don't need such. You don't need to explain anything to anybody. That slot, he said, is $18,000. As I tell you, people have paid. They are in Doha. So that something has not reached your level doesn't mean you have to criticize people that are there. Now, you yourself, God has blessed you to a certain level. You don't begin to, I don't want, let them not say, let them not say. That's it, self-sabotage. Anything you can afford, and you know you are not doing it recklessly, please enjoy it. If you can afford, as I'm talking to us now, there is air condition here, there is fan, because there is light. If there is no light, the AC will go off. It will only remain the fan and the inverter. If for any reason there is anything, I will go and put on the gen. But before, there was no generator. There was no gen. I tell you, I use a rechargeable lantern to do this. But it didn't stop me. Now things change. Will I go back now to use rechargeable lantern so that I will feel no. So it's a self-sabotaging behavior when you don't want to live at this level God has placed you. Somebody has the money to enter Sienna. Sienna can come to the house because of the money he or she paid, pick him from his house, drop him in his house. But before, he has to go and stand at auto gate to look for Motomba Chapel. Now that God graciously answered his prayer, will he still do that stuff? No. If he goes back, he is afraid of succeeding. And that is what we are talking about here. Guilt of succeeding. So it shouldn't be your portion. Or you, because of carelessness, you let down your guard. If you're supposed to go to a factory, you're supposed to go to somewhere and queue up for something. You are doing big man. You start tying wrapper across the waist when other people are in their business places, running after trailers, supplying diesel. You are just doing graga. By the time you know it, you go back to square one. That's why people that don't have value, they don't work hard to get their money. Excuse me, have you not seen people that won money through lottery? Kalu, Babi Jabu. They may win that money, maybe 10 million naira, because they don't have, some of them, people help them to get that money in right perspective. But when many of them don't have advisors, you know what they do? They start going to club. They go to buy the latest jeans. Maybe they are selling ordinary jeans trouser for 40,000. They go and buy the one or 200,000. I tell you the truth. I saw something that happened. Something that there was a wedding in Anambra State between Bishop Ichi's son and Obi Jackson's Nestor Oil in Okija. They said that man, if you go to Okija, that what that man built in Okija is things they find overseas. But when I was looking to see the mother of the bride, yes, I saw one slim woman with all back hair like this and something on her head. And the lady that I know that knows them, because I don't know the other people, but I know the wife of Bishop. I know her through that friend. I called her. I said, I saw that you people were busy. He said, no, busy, not be small. He said, you see that woman, that's the way she dresses. But how will you know that the husband is rich? She wears diamonds. It's the accessories she will wear. Very simple. All back hair, that she doesn't wear wig. She doesn't wear wig. It will, I'm saying now that she doing that all back hair, does not mean that she would now go to wear one made shoe or a wire gauze in place of earrings. She will say what she wears is diamonds. So anytime God changes your situation through hard work or divine intervention, please live up to that level. Don't go down. Don't feel guilty of succeeding. That's the message. Now, when it comes to success, guilt is an unfortunately common emotion. Guilt is unfortunately common emotion, especially for good-hearted people who want to do the right thing and live authentic lives. You know, something will happen. You feel, I has no makano Diego. Things you ordinarily will say, you don't want to say it so that they will not say, is it not? Because one person even said it in our WhatsApp group one day. I posted something because I'm trying, our people are so egoistic and arrogant. No apologies. Igbo men, especially from my own place. So every time I'm trying to tell them that you don't carry on negative patterns. You have to change. A wife is, you're supposed to give honor to your wife. You don't disregard your wife. And at the end of the day, you want the children to clap for you, to applaud you, or you do send to your husband. So every time I put posts, so one day, one of us went to somebody, one of us again, and posted what I posted and told him, stop excuse me, because that man will always comment and say, kudos, well done, doctor. He told the man, stop commenting on Dr. Wolisa's post. It is the small money that God gave her that is entering her head. So the man, he sent that into, for you know me, I don't look for gossip. Gossip comes to meet me where I did. So that man forwarded it to me verbatim like that. He said, so sent it to me, and I want him. He even called me that night. I was telling me to stop commenting. I was just laughing. You know what I did? Because I know psychology of people. You know what I did? I didn't comment that day until one day. There was another thing that happened. I said, yes, that somebody even said so about me to somebody, that abundance na abundance. You know, I said, thank God there is abundance. Thank God it is not the way it used to be. You know what this man did? The main man that did that came to me immediately. Dr. Afoma, I like your post. I like your post. Don't just answer people anyhow. I don't just like the way you answer people anyhow. Don't mind them. God has blessed you, whether they want it or not. He was the one. He didn't know that that man forwarded that text to me verbatim and told me he was the one. Now, when God blesses you, how do you resolve the guilt of not feeling, let them not say, because it happens to people. It is a very unfortunately common emotion, especially for good-hearted people who want to do the right thing and want to live authentic lives. You see, I give water to my community. I don't do that because I want to do gra or because I want to show that I do it because the covenant I had with God. Now, when some supposedly rich people heard it, some of them started dragging leg on the ground like that. Do I care? I didn't care. Because the people will carry that water on their head like this across their various homes. Hey, Chineke gospel, Auntie Afoma, mommy Afoma, this one, this woman's this one. So what does that show you? Don't feel guilty because God has seen my heart. I want to do the right thing because water is a problem in my community. Water, you see water, drinking water, potable drinking. Now, 2 people in that my axis, they've gone to dig borehole. Are they giving to people? I don't know. I don't know whether I heard 2 people that because they felt from Aqua. Because I told God what I want to do with the money. I told him, give me this money. I will use it to make sure that I help people that if I want, I will, they over underground tank in my house can serve me for 2 years What I will do, like other people, I will do borehole, I will do pumping machine, then put the overhead tank, pump it, it will come. But it was because of the people that I dug that borehole. So anytime God blesses you, don't feel guilty. It is a self-sabotaging emotion to feel guilty when things are changing. Or you can buy a diamond earring. Don't feel how much are they selling it. Buy it if you want to buy it. If you want to buy good frame, buy it if you want to buy it. If you want to buy good clothes, the thing about me as a person, I'm not a fashion conscious too. These clothes that I'm wearing, this gown that I wear, I sold this gown 4 years ago. The thing that God is helping me, I'm not adding weight that I will begin to look for how to remove it. I will just see myself. You see all the exercises I do, I cut down on so many things I eat. That's why when I put them on, they still size me. So if you are getting value from what we are discussing tonight, please can you indicate by typing a 333. And my name is once again is Afoma. And by God's grace, I have a PhD in guidance and counseling with psychology from the University of Lagos. And the Lord called me to the Ministry of Health and Wellness in the year 2017. 2018, he gave us some Kufu challenge, and 2019, he told me to start this program. Today is our episode 285. And today is the 27th day of April 2025. Today is the last Sunday in April. By next week now, we'll enter May. So you see how, and we're talking about guilt of succeeding. It's a self-sabotaging something. You are selling small things. Maybe you have small things. You are selling on top of a table. All of a sudden, God gives you a shop. You do shelves and you put bags of rice. You start feeling. They will say, that I'm doing juju. Don't feel like that. Especially when you know you have a good heart. Live authentic life. That's the message. Then how do you resolve this? If it's happening to you, how do you resolve it? Please realize that most extremely successful people have no guilt whatsoever. You see that Obi Jackson, they said that stampede that happened, I think towards the last Christmas, that it was just unfortunate something. You know, Satan can do something to just rope you in. That man has been doing that over the years. I've not been to Okija for a long time. I didn't even remember when I went. But because of that thing, they said that man built there. I will make a sojourn there one time. I tell you the truth. They said that the hotel he built, that the hall where they did that thing, that one room there is 198,000 in Okija. I'm not telling you in VI or in Lekki. So you see, somebody like that, we start feeling guilty. Guilty of what? Now, please realize that most extremely successful people have no guilt whatsoever. In fact, this feeling usually comes up when you are stepping between not having enough and finally having enough. When you are stepping between, once you have crossed that threshold, you don't feel this. It is when some people like us, we are trying to transit from where the place of lack, a place of not having enough, to a place of where you can give out to people. So don't feel any guilty. That's the message. What you have to realize is that money and success are tools. You see, money and success, they are tools. If you see money and success as tools, it will humble you. When it enters your hand, you will glorify God. You don't oppress people with money or your success. Rather, you do more. Somebody called me yesterday and said, I want to thank you for what you did for the young girls, their father died. See how you raised money for these children just because of your kindness, despite what you've done outside. I won't come there to tell us what I have already done. You understand? So I said, thank God, because anytime God asks me to do something, I don't care what anybody will say, I will do it. And at the end of the day, the result will show that God sent me. Now, what you have to realize is that money and success are tools. You know what I mean by tool? when a workman comes to, or maybe a carpenter, he comes with his tool, he comes with chisel, he comes with saw, he comes with nail, he comes with hammer. They are tools. They buy you back time. They buy you back time and offer you the opportunity to help. The money and success, they offer you, they buy you back time and offer you opportunity to help. To help. Say that water, I am using it to help people, not to do gra, gra, gra. Even when I'm walking on this, on our maybe village, I just want to stroll. I like to enjoy the breeze of the village. Come and see how people will be running out. And the moment they see me, children will run inside. The next moment, their mothers will run outside. Mommy, good afternoon. Mommy, did you come? Mommy, thank you for the water. God will bless you. At a point, I say, is it for me to start hiding? But I won't hide. I won't hide. So they buy you back time and offer you the opportunity to help. Employ people, then influence and change the life of others. Change the life of others. Change the life of others. Instead of looking at your success as a status differentiator, which will always make you feel bad and uncomfortable, see it instead as a tool with which you can do important and positive things in the world and in your own life. So don't usually see that opportunity as a status differentiator. We are no more in the same level. We are no more in the same level. See it as a tool to help people and then make the world a better place to be, and then you help your own self. Help your own self. Help your own self, because you can't give what you don't have. Somebody that say, if something happened on, I think on Friday, we are trying to do 50 years anniversary of our women meeting here in Lagos. And then our village, they told us what to wear. So the last meeting, we discussed it. Our president and one of them went and got the material. So they showed us, they showed the price, scarf, the blouse, 2 wrapper, People, they posted the I will read, at times I comment, at times I won't comment, but somehow a particular woman, 2 of them, I met in the last meeting. One came to me and said, "Doctor, good afternoon, man." I said, "Good afternoon." I just, smiled at her. She said, "I'm your Facebook friend." Excuse me. I said, "Really?" She said, "Yes." I said, "What's your name?" She called her name. She said, "I've been a top fan for the past 4 months. That was what I said, "Really?" She said, "Yes." You check. I'm your top fan. So I said, "Okay." Then the other one would be 70 years in May. She also came to me and told me, "Doctor, that one was my secretary, assistant secretary, when I was the president of that meeting." She said, "I will turn 70. I said, "Yeah, party day." She said, "There's no party." She wanted to complain. I said, "Hold it. This life you are living is enough testimony. Many people didn't get up to 70. My elder sister, she could have been 70 this year with you, but she died at 67. So it's a good thing." So she said, "Yes." She said, God, I'm thankful." So that uniform, when I was about to pay, because I later went and checked for that other woman. She's not too well, up there. I said, I discovered she was top fan for 6 months on a stretch. I said, "Don't worry." I said, "Congratulations. Your reward is coming." So I said, "What do I give this woman?" So when I wanted to pay for my uniform, I paid for her. So when I paid for her, I told our president, because I forwarded the receipt, I told the president, "Write my name and her name, but don't write my name that I paid. Just write her name the way you people submit people's." You know what the president asked me? "Is she related to you?" I laughed. You see, people think it's only people that are related to you that you will do something for. I'm not saying, you see me, my charity begins from the home, but it shouldn't stop there. I didn't even know where that woman came from, because I know we are married in the same village. I said, after I put an emoji that, one fine woman that laugh like this. So I asked I told the president, if we ask questions, I may be, but this is a singular fact that she's my top fan in my Facebook page. She said, now, wow. Hey, doctor, she will be so happy. I said, yes, I want to make people glad. That's the meaning of my name. Afoma. That is my joy. Because when people went out of their way to make me unhappy, I'll be wondering, do these people know that tides can change? Things can turn. So what happened? She posted the name. I told her there's another one. That one that will be 70. I sent money. I said, write her name. So I called that 78-year-old woman because I have her number. The other younger person, I don't have her number. I said, where are you? She said she's in the village. I said, you will see your name now appear. I've paid for you. She shouted. Yeah. She screamed her heart out. I was happy. Have I not helped her? I've done it. Because I am somebody, I don't have class status, but I have boundaries. I have boundaries, but I don't do class status differentiator to make people look small or look poor. I don't do that. Yesterday, my phone rang in the night. I tried to pick the call. He called. I called back. The person didn't pick. The person called back. The moment I hear, it is me, oh, she was screaming. I was hearing dancing. She said, yeah. That she didn't even know. She just saw her name. She said, he, is it not my name? She said, who do I ask? She asked this person. He said he doesn't know. Ask president. Because I told the president she will come back to ask you, tell her it's me. She screamed. She said, yeah, this is one of the things that have given me the greatest joy in my life. Make sure you make people happy. It is important. Please. If you got value from what we have discussed, please can you indicate by typing a 444. And if you are joining us for the first time, this is Great Life with Dr. Afoma, and it airs every Sunday evening, 8 p.m. Nigeria time. My namesake. My God. Yeah, today, one of us carried mango from all the way from my village to Lagos here. And then what are they calling it? Avocado pear and odala. I'm telling you, if you see how he carried it, I say, Jesus. When people love you sincerely, everything is not about status. You saw when I came down from the car to go and receive that thing, the driver of the car looked at me and said, hey, see this woman, see woman as he did. So I was just laughing. I was even pursuing my brother to go and greet him. So you see, don't allow people to feel intimidated where you are, but then set boundaries. Setting boundaries and having status differentiator, they are not the same thing. You feel guilty when you do status differentiator. But when you are good to people, and I don't know whether you have joy. When people that ordinarily they will not do something for you, they won't even give you something. You give them that thing without any strings attached. Because that woman just told me, I'm your Facebook fan. I follow you. And I follow you. I'm your top. So make people feel good. Make people feel good. That's the message. And don't feel guilty when you are succeeding. Then the next one is fear of failing. Fear of failing. How often do we not even attempt something because we are afraid to look bad or fail immediately? You tell somebody to do this. No, you not go work. You not go work. They are afraid. Don't do it. Try it. Even if it doesn't succeed, you see that you've made mistake or you have learned something. You improve on it. When I started this presentation, will be shaking like this. It's practically, if I hold the Bible like this, it will be shaking. So what I will do, I'll be telling stories. One man will tell me, Madam, go straight to the point. You have a good point, but you are greeting people. Because what I will do that time, if I see you like this, Irene, I want to thank you. I'll call your name. He said, stop calling them. Go ahead. You are distracting us. The man didn't know I was using that as a cover to get myself. Now, do you think if they tell me now to go to Aso Rock or anywhere to talk, me, Afoma, we feel guilty, we feel jittery, except I don't know what to talk about. If I know what to talk about and they told me, even if they didn't tell me, I will use my life story to keep them spellbound and they must hear me. Now, the fear of failing is often something that holds people back from putting in the work they will need to become truly great at something. But it can also take another, more insidious form. Once we have established something new in our lives, this fear can come up as a constant irrational worry that we are missing something, that our partner is being unfaithful, or that we are one misstep away from losing it all. Whenever you want to do something new, the tendency, there's something that the Lord led in my heart to start. I started this, but I have not done it, not because I'm afraid. You know, I was waiting to get a beautiful label on it. But you see, since I started it, everything I use in this house, I produce by myself. I said, until when I get the label that will suit what I want to do. I have bought everything, all the materials, all the bottles, all the cups, everything ready. You understand? Now, these catastrophic thoughts happen when we want to shield ourselves from potential loss. They only come up when we finally have something we care enough about and really want to keep. I knew when I went into network marketing. I have not done network marketing before in my life. After my PhD, I didn't get a job. And one of us, she's a registrar now, I think in IMT, one Dr. Aneke. She called me one morning and said, Dr. Favour, come, there's one business people do. They resign from banks to do it. Come, let's go and check them. I went to GI, the place where they did it. Come and see big cars, come in, Prado, Jeep, Pathfinder like that, Lexus. I say, but you know what I did? I dressed up well. At least I have a PhD now. I dressed up well. I didn't have a car, for your information. Somebody took me there, but I dressed up. Once you are neat, don't feel intimidated. I just sat down with my diary and my pen. Okwata, anything, let me see. And one huge woman just came. She's late now, Mrs. Maria Idigo. She came to do this. Somebody came in and introduced her. She came to do the presentation. Come on, I'll look at this woman from head to toe, from head to toe. When she introduced herself, I'm Mrs. Maria Idigo. I'm the proprietress of Maria Gorati Schools, of group of schools in Port Harcourt. I'm a medical doctor, so. I'm a network marketer. I said, network marketer. I said, so by the time this woman finished, I said, no knowledge is a waste. Let me use it. I did not do well in that network marketing because my upline did not understand the marketing plan and the compensation plan. But I got information. So when I switched to Greenwood, I told the leader, if you will not teach me, if you will not train me to understand this, I won't do. She said, oh yeah, come, I will teach you. 2 weeks, I will go in the morning, I will dress up, go there with my Bible. She will give me assignment. I will do, ask her questions. That was, by the time this woman saw that something is in me, she wanted to block me because I put in hard work. I have failed in the other one, and that doesn't make me a failure. It was because I didn't do certain things, right? I didn't understand certain things. Now in this place, in Greenwood, in 3 years, I won 3 brand new cars. I went to Dubai for the first time in my life because of network marketing. But if I will have the fear that I did not succeed in forever, I won't attempt Greenwood. And by the time I left Greenwood and I came to Megapool, I deployed the knowledge I have in the both both companies, and I deployed it here because Marie Digo told us, if you want to make money in any form of referral business, make sure that you train the people behind you to know more than you. The moment they know more than you make more money. But if you are, I am the last woman standing, you make more. And that was the strategy I deployed. I made sure I trained people. People were replicating what I'm doing. I train one person, the person trains another person, the person trains another person. So now, because I didn't succeed in forever, didn't mean that I'm a failure. Are you getting me? Now, how do you resolve this? This one is simple. There is a difference between failing because you are trying something new and daring, and failing because you are not showing up, doing the work, or being responsible for your actions. You see, I didn't do well there. I knew that my upline didn't understand the marketing plan. My grand upline did not. But the second one, I told them I must understand. And by the time the woman knew that, education is power. It's not scam. Go to school. By the time she saw that I am deploying my education into it, I'm putting up a kind of, a niche for myself. This woman blocked me. If I tell you, she blocked me. So I was supposed to go into Dubai in May. She went and told the then Chinese man, if she gives me visa, you will just cook up story and they will remove him from Nigeria. To that extent. You know what she said? She said I should come to her and beg her. And you see me, Afoma, hey, yeah. Except I don't know the God I serve. I told her, I've seen you. I've known what the God you serve. We will see which God bows to each other. I said, Baal will always bow before the aspect of the covenant. I am a covenant child. That you taught me that thing. This is a lady that didn't go to, she didn't have WAEC because she's in network marketing, so she's on top. I said, I recognize you, but for you to use it against me, you have misruled. By the time she knew it, I wrote to the vice president of Greenwood in South Africa in his email. The man wrote back to Nigeria and said, is this thing, make sure that the next trip, this woman's name must be there. Because she went and forged all lies that I'm owing her. I did this, I did just to bring me in. I said, you see me, I cannot come to you. So once you know that you failed because you are daring something, and there is a difference between that you failed that you are daring something and you failed because you did not show up. Many people enter business they don't know anything about, and that's why they don't do well. They don't do well. You enter Farah's business, you don't know about it because somebody has entered. You enter, go and learn it. Now, these two, there are two very different experiences. Okay, these are two very different experiences and should be separated in your mind. You have separated it. Failing because you want to try something new, and failing because you are afraid you have failed before, you don't want to try again. As scary as it might be, to not be great at something initially, or perhaps even experience a loss, it is even worse to fail by virtue of trying nothing, never trying, and always playing small. Don't try. All those people that are doing those things, they don't have 20 years. You see, when I told them I would drive brand new car, I would stand by the road all my life. My father driven brand new car, Peugeot, from Kaduna, they bring it to our house in Enugu. We'll tear the nylon, use those something to form gum. I grew up, I started seeing Tokumbo. I started seeing Tokumbo. I said, this is not right. By the time you know it, my husband started buying Tokumbo. I said, hey, Jesus Christ. So whenever I see brand new cars, you know brand new cars where you see, I will say, they are not in Amutai. At a point, you know what I did? I said, let me disabuse my mind. It's my husband that will buy that car. Afoma, you can buy that car. I tell you the gospel truth. That was when we had the opportunity to pick brand new car in that green world. When other people were going to Cotonou to buy 800,000 worth of CNN, you know what I did? I wanted to be pressurized. My daughter said, no, mommy, you have been saying you want to drive a brand new car, that your daddy drove a brand new car. Mommy, wait. By the time you knew it, dollar rose from 180 to $1 to $240. The price of the car went up. I sought for help. People came to my aid. I later got that car. In short, our manager told me the day he took me to the factory here in Lagos, the man looked at me and said, were you in Calabar? Car exhibition. I said, yes, sir. He said, were you wearing one long gown and you tied something on your head? Were you reading a book from Calabar to Lagos? I said, why do you know? He said, I was sitting behind you. We were the people that came to showcase that car. The man told me, wait, I'll pick the color of the car you drive. They are coming from South Africa. They're already on the sea. I will pick the color. And that was that color. Those of you that knew that my car, that man picked that color. So because I did not do well in forever, doesn't mean that I will not do well in the next one. So you did not do well somewhere. Doesn't mean that you will remain like that. No. No. Instead of not trying, try and fail is better. There is a book by John Maxwell, Failing Forward. It's better you fail, but you fail forward. You gather examples, you gather experiences, and then you move forward. Failure is inevitable. It is inevitable. But you have to make sure it is happening for the right reasons. Don't allow yourself to fail because you fail to look at what you're supposed to look at. You fail to study the terrain. You fail to know what you're supposed to do at the time you're supposed to do it. It is inevitable, but don't allow yourself. Make sure you are failing for the right reasons. When we fail out of negligence, we take a step back. When you fail out of carelessness, out of, some people are callous or pride, what we discussed last week. When you fail out of that, you take a step back. When we fail because we are attempting new feats, we take one step closer to what will work. If you take a step, if you fail, but you are still striving, you are closer to what will work. But if you fail out of negligence, you have taken a step backwards. So I employ us, and I want to encourage us, always fail forward. Build on what you have already known. Don't, because of fear of failing, say you will not try, and don't play small. Many of us play small because of what we say. I want to tell you, you cannot be wealthy except you begin to talk about wealth. You cannot be healthy except you begin to talk about health. Somebody just wrote something on our platform, Cheese Trust. The logo I don't even put any heart. I just say, let it be like that for now. She read so much meaning into it. And then when I looked at it, I said, this thing, you see, and people began to say, since I met you, I stopped drinking carbonated drinks. Since I met you, my life changed. Since I met you, that is the essence. If it's only one person that this program on my life has affected because of this ministry, I tell you the truth, I have passed. But see the number of people you are affecting. See the number of people see you, they say you are looking young. One of the things you will do to yourself is to always look happy and relaxed. Even at the peak of crisis around you, you are calm. It is part of wellness. And I tell us, it is better we fail forward and walk a step towards what will work rather than not trying or playing small. Thank you so much. God bless you. God honor you. I don't know whether you have got anything this evening. If you have, please, can you type value or 777? This is Great Life with Dr. Afoma, and it airs every Sunday evening, 8 p.m. Nigerian time. Great Life with Dr. Afoma is a program of Healthy Race Ministry International, and Healthy Race is that ministry God gave Dr. Afoma. So please, brethren, don't feel guilty. or you are living in a bungalow, you built a duplex, you start feeling guilty. They will say you are doing gra. No. Value promise. No, don't feel it. If you have money to buy gold and wear. If you have money to send your children to Canada, send them to Canada once you know that you are not under any kind of undue stress. If anything, just make sure that that status differentiator is not there. That's the only thing that will make you to start feeling, hey. But you see, you surprise people. Make sure people's life change, make sure people are encouraged. Some people now will look at me, they are encouraged. Now, former legacies, former, in short, one Baba Obueze told me one day, at what point were you going through this stuff? Because since I knew you, you have always been a jolly good fellow and you dress very well. I said, from the time you knew me, it was like that. God bless you. God honor you. This is Great Life with Dr. Afoma, and it airs every Sunday evening, 8 p.m. Nigerian time. Thank you so much, everybody, for your time, allowing me into your spaces. I appreciate you. I love you, and that's why I show up. God bless you. God honor you. And do have a fantastic night rest. See you by God's grace next week. Next week will be our episode 286, and that will be in May. Thank you, and God bless you. Have a pleasant night rest. Bye.